So we'll get started just with grounding. Bring your feet shoulder width apart. Kind of rock forward, backward to the side. Maybe spread your toes. Just feel as if your feet are growing into the ground. Just grounding. That little swaying from side to side. Notice you almost just settle into the earth. Just relax down into the earth. Good. Keep your knees bent and soft and your pelvis neutral. Arms hanging naturally at your sides. Good. Now imagine something pulling you up from the top of your head, the very crown of your head, lifting you up just ever so slightly. I feel that tension between being lifted up by the universe from the top of your head, just ever so slightly. At the same time, you're grounded to the earth, creating that space in between to breathe. So on an inhale, your belly expands. Exhale, your belly returns. Just soft, gentle breaths through your nose. Just take a moment. See if you can notice yourself in a calm and relaxed state. Good. Inhale, belly expands. Exhale, belly returns. Good. Now let's just begin some gentle movements. We'll just tap our kidneys. So maybe step a little bit wider than shoulder width and initiate the movement with your hips. And just let your arms be free, like empty sleeves of a sweater on a coat hanger. Just gently coming around. The back hand tapping the kidney right below the ribs in the back. The other hand coming along the side of the ribs. Point, the side of the body, the spleen point, the sea of chi, and of course tapping the kidneys. The seed of our essence, storing our life force. Good. Just gently relaxing, turning from side to side. If it's comfortable, you can look back. It doesn't make you dizzy. And now we'll do it a little bit less, a little bit less, a little bit less. Good. Now let's bring our feet to shoulder width and we'll do lifting the sky. So palms down, fingers facing. Going to go in a big arc, so push out as much as you push up. And when you get to the top, really feel like you're pushing up. And then release, relax, bend your knees a lot. Almost as if you can feel your heels coming up. Do it again. Push out as you go up, big arc. When you get to the top, push up. And then just relax, release, bend your knees, soften down. Float back down. Again, lifting up, inhaling, big. And exhale, just relax and float back down. Do one more. Lifting up. And then pushing up. And then relax, release, just float back down. Good. Let's carry mountains. So arms out at shoulder height, palms up. Now imagine that you're just rotating the side as if the pole runs from the crown of your head all the way through your body, back to your feet, back to center, we'll reset. And then the other side, once again, if it's comfortable, look back to that back hand, palms up, shoulder height, just lowering along that pole as we turn to the side, carrying the mountain. See if you can notice the sensation of maybe twisting and turning, obviously through your hips, but in through your knees, knees still soft and bent, through your ankles, through the sides of your feet, down to your toes. Just slowly reset back to center. Do one more on each side. Turning along that pole, that Tai Chi pole that runs through your body. Last one, lower down. Good. And relax. Release your arms along your sides. So let's do standing, standing cat and cow. So arms at shoulder height, thumbs down, palms facing out. And now bend your knees, tuck your tailbone, round your spine, fingertips forward, your back to the back. That's cat. And now we'll reverse. Bring the hands towards the shoulders, elbow back, arching your back. Shoulder blades come together, looking up. Now we'll reverse. So coming into your cat, bend your knees, fingertips forward. Bring your palms towards your shoulders, arch your back, elbow and back, lifting up, opening the chest. Back to cat, fingertips forward, reaching forward. Good. Now back to cow. Arching the back. Good. We'll do one more cat. So fingertips forward, thumbs down, shoulder height. Now back to cow. Opening up, expanding, elbows back, palms towards the shoulders, and then relax. So now let's, kind of an awkward pose, only we'll keep our heels down. So bring your hands out to shoulder height, palms down, and then just bend your knees. Just sink down. And then come up. And then bend your knees. Come down. Tailbones back. Arms still at shoulder height. We'll do one more. See how low you can go, bending the knees. Good. And back up. Good. So kind of a chair pose, only a little bit easier on the shoulders just by keeping the arms up. So let's zip up one side and down the other, each shoulder width. One hand down the outer pant seam, the other hand up the side of the ribs, elbow to the sky. And then reverse. Now the other side, hand down the pant seam. Other elbow up towards the ceiling, towards the sky. And just alternate back between the two. If it doesn't pinch too much, you can actually bend the hip over to the side. But if it pinches, just don't do it. Just leave the hips neutral. Good. Switching back. Elbow to the ceiling. Focus on opening that elbow to the ceiling. We're going to do extended side angle later, so we need to open up that side body. Good. One more on each side. Elbow high, the top elbow lifting to the sky. Last side. Hands down. Elbow up. Good. And just relax. Okay, let's work into side angles. So find a place where you can step back and we'll kind of set up our warrior pose. We'll take a minute just to set that up. So back foot about 45 degrees, or whatever's comfortable. Make sure your width of stance is stable and safe so you feel safe. And then just slowly lower down into that front knee. Still keeping the blade of the back foot connected. Don't go so low where that's lifting up. Just feel a connection. You may be tempted to have your tailbone back. Just let it come down. You'll feel that stretch in the front of that hip flexor, right in the front. So now let's work on side angles. So my right foot is back, so I'm going to bring my right hand back to my sacrum, that point at the top of the pelvis, base of the spine. Then my left forearm is at the top of my left thigh. And then open to the side. You may bend that front knee just a little bit more. See how it feels. Maybe the length of your stance just a little bit. Good. Just feel that. Now, if it's comfortable, you can raise your right hand up to the sky. Or take it over and above the head, creating a long line of energy from the blade of the foot out through your fingertips. And then we'll come out, so hand up and back to the sacrum. And we'll slowly lift up, straightening that front knee. Good. Now we'll make our way to the other side. I'm going to switch the mat so we can see the open side. Step into the warrior stance. This time I've got my left foot back. Same thing. Make sure that your stance is wide enough that you feel safe and comfortable. Just slowly lower down. Find the length of stance that feels comfortable, where you're not collapsing on that left side. Your tailbone isn't back a lot. You can feel it opening up the hips. Good. You feel like you've found what's comfortable and safe. Now we'll bring our left hand back to our sacrum. So my left foot is back, my left hand to the sacrum. Outside of the right forearm, the top of the right thigh. Now just open to the side. If you can feel that shoulder open up to the sky, lifting up. Good. Now if it's comfortable, you can bring your hand up or over. If anything's uncomfortable or feels unsafe, just don't do it. It's not required. There's no requirements other than feeling good. We'll come out of that, so hand up to the sky, back to the sacrum. Slowly straighten that front knee. And then step back. Back to shoulder width. And we've done extended side angle. So now let's shake our head and sway our tail. So come to the long edge of the mat. We'll come into horse stance. So whatever width is comfortable for your horse stance. And we'll sway head and shake tail. So hands just above the knees. We use our hands as a way to help and brace us. Now I'm going to turn to the side like I'm backing out of the driveway. Looking back. And then slowly lower the head. We're going to make a big arc down with the head, coming through the center, and then up the other side. You can use that hand above the knee to help brace you. Now we're backing out the driveway, looking opposite direction, and then back to center. We'll switch directions, go the other way, look back, driving out that driveway. Big circle with the head, swaying down, sway head and shake tail. Now up the other side, back in the opposite direction, and back to center. Good, slowly straighten your legs. Heel to your feet back to shoulder width. Good. Now we'll do face the sun and hold the moon. So I'm going to step out with my left. And it's similar to that standing cat and cow. We're going to face the sun. So pull your shoulder blades together, palms are still facing forward. And now we can feel that long line of energy. This time tailbone back. We're really arching our back. Now as we rock back, lift those front toes. Bring fingertips towards the forearms. Sink back. Brace the moon. And we'll rock forward. Weight is on my left foot now. Back is arched. Facing the sun. Now hold the moon. So fingertips in crane's peak. Reaching forward, front toes up. Now the weight is on my back foot, my right foot. Do one more on each side, or each direction. Facing forward. Now rock back. Front toes up. Back. And then relax. Settle and clear. And do the other side, so my right foot's forward. You've got a comfortable stance as far as width goes. And then press forward, weight on that front foot, shoulder blades together, elbow back. And we'll rock back, front toes up, fingertips coming to the inside of the forearm. Now my weight is on my left foot. I'll rock forward to face the sun. And then rock back, embrace the moon. One more time, each direction. Face the sun. Good. And then embrace the moon. Good. And then we'll come back. Settle it clear. Good. Now let's just set up a hip slide. Now it's gentle and soft. We did the hard stuff. Let's do a hip slide. This time, as your weight transfers forward, the back heel comes up. The hips, the belt buckle, the navel are all facing my left foot now. As my weight comes back, front toes come up. As my weight comes forward, my back heel comes up. Let's do offer and receive. So just like a plate. You're handing a plate. The center of the rotation is over the left knee. Just offering a plate and receiving it back. Offering and receiving. Good. Spine still vertical. Movements just from the hips. So you don't have to reach forward. Really pull back. We're just loosening up. We stretched and wrenched the fascia during Face the Sun and Embrace the Moon. Now we're just moving and integrating. And one more round. Step back, settle and clear. Other side, just set up your hip slide. So my right foot's forward. My hips are facing that right knee. Get your slide going. Just a comfortable slide back and forth. Make sure your width is wide enough to feel safe and stable. Good. We'll add our hands, offering and receiving on this side. The center of the movement, the shoulders is over that right knee. Weight transfer to the front, to the back. Firing and wiring all those little postural muscles that help us with our balance, whether we're walking or just moving during the day. Good. One more round. And we can step back, settle and clear. Good. We'll finish with gather and pull the horizon. So arms up to shoulder height, palms down, reach out, really expand into the horizon. And then palms up, fingertips forward, and your back. So kind of like the cat pose. And we'll pull towards our shoulders and then push away. Slight rocking. You'll notice your weight transfer forward and then backward. And then forward and then backward. Just like a tree swaying in the wind, soft and gentle. Opening up. Inhale as you pull towards your body. Exhale, push away. Inhale. Exhale. Gathering and dispersing. Opening and closing. Inhale. Exhale. that balance between extremes, the yin and the yang. Trying to reach that point where we're soft and flexible and strong and resilient. Just do one more. Open out. Exhale back. Pull towards your shoulders. Slowly release your hands down and relax. We'll make our way into the Shavasana, a little rest and integration. So whether you're seated, you need to lie down or choose to lie down for Shavasana, go ahead and take whatever feels right for you. If you're seated, make sure you sit towards the front of your seat. Sit bones grounded. If you're lying, just notice the points that are contacting the earth, melting into the ground, just releasing and relaxing. Good. Now, if you're seated, imagine something lifting you up from the crown of your head, creating space. If you're lying, the points that the sun touches when you're lying, slowly lift it up, creating space for the breath. Inhale, your belly expands. Exhale, it returns. Inhale, and then exhale. See if you can notice yourself in that calm, relaxed, natural state. I'll be quiet for just a little bit and then we'll finish our practice. Now begin to notice your breath, notice your inhale, notice your exhale. We'll complete our practice with a face massage, a head and face. Stimulate some acupressure points. So rub your hands together, gather some heat, some chi, some energy. And then bring your fingertips to your forehead. Just moving big circles around your forehead. Be sure and grab your third eye, that point between your brows. And then your temples, move around. And then around the eye socket, not the eye, just around the eye socket. Good, and then the side of the nose, really pulling down, stimulating the points, opening the sinus. And we'll rub our face with chi. Bring your fingers along both the front and back of the ear, and then down the neck, over the face, down the points in front and behind the ear, down the neck. One more time for the face. Good, now the whole head, all those points over the top of the head, back of the neck, top of the shoulders. Pulling, removing fluids, moving chi and blood, lymph, circulating. Good, now palms over ears, just gently slide, tap or drum those little muscles at the base of the skull, touching those points, the back of the neck. And we'll pull our ears from the top, and then the middle, vagal nerve stimulation, and then the lobes. And then release your hands at your side. Now from deep inside, say something positive to yourself. You're healthy, and your chi is clear and bright. Gently open your eyes. And thanks for practice.